Watching shares of Akamai this morning, down about 6.5%. Company reports an earnings beat, shows strong results in cloud security, but the stock is lower on some weaker guidance. Tom Leighton is the CEO of Akamai and joins us this morning from San Francisco. Tom, welcome back. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you. Thank you.
Sounds like folks are zeroing in on web division. Revenue up 11, slowest in 6 quarters. What's happening there?
Web division is actually doing very well. As you noted, revenue up 11%. Also great to see the improvement in our media division, up 8%. And our security products, which are built in the web division, are just really knocking it out of the park. We're now over a quarter of our revenue in security. That was up well over 30%. And our products there have recently been named as top in class by most all the major analyst firms, Forrester, Gartner, and IDC. So business is really very strong.
Then why the stock reaction, do you think, today?
You know, sometimes that happens. It's usually short-lived. And when you look at the fundamentals of the business and the fact that we raised guidance for the year, we're growing the bottom line at well over 30%, I think there's good reason to believe that should be a short-lived phenomenon.
You mentioned cloud security and the strength there. AMD's Lisa Su was on CNBC last week, talked about the growth opportunity for data centers from a chip standpoint. What about from a security one?
I think there's huge potential growth there. As everyone knows, the scale and sophistication of cyber attacks has been rising dramatically. You've got nation-state engagement, organized crime. And we're really at the forefront there in our ability to protect the world's major enterprises from attack, from denial of service attack, and from data theft. And really exciting to see the progress of our products there.
Tom, the media business, the media division for you largely means delivery of content in streaming form, I gather. What are the actual kind of macro drivers of demand there? Do you get paid based on literal volume of traffic, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's based on volume of traffic, and there's big drivers there. There's over-the-top video, and we see that growing very rapidly. And also gaming releases. The Fortnite release has been a big deal. And so over the last few months, we've set, internet records for traffic delivery, many days just for events like that, delivering over 20 trillion bits every second. Just mind-boggling numbers. And the best part of that is we're at the tip of the iceberg. As more people watch more high-quality video online and download games, we're at the forefront of that. And you start to see that reflected in the strong numbers in media growth for Akamai.
Tom, I want to go back to security for a minute. Yesterday, Homeland Security unveiled their new cybersecurity center. Vice President Pence actually blamed cybersecurity weakness from a U.S. standpoint on the previous administration, saying that they had chosen silence and paralysis over strength and action. Do you think the U.S. is behind the ball in terms of securing its computer networks?
I think in general, the folks that would like to do harm are ahead in the game. And it's not a political issue. It's an issue of getting defenses put in place. And that's where we do a lot of our investment. And we're making very good progress. We've had examples now with the world's major banks where we're stopping account takeovers and stopping account fraud, by using machine learning capabilities and how you hold a device when you log in to be able to tell if you're a human or not, or if you're a bot trying to take stolen credentials and empty the bank account. So we're making excellent progress there. It's why the business is growing so rapidly, and you got to do a lot of work to stay ahead. This is a big deal.
In terms of the tools you're developing and those investments you're making, where do you see the biggest threats coming from? Is it countries like Russia? Is it individual hackers? Is it something else?
The biggest threat today, I would say, are nation states and organized crime. You also have political hacktivism. It's not so much the individual in the garage, in the old days like you would have that. This is major entities that have a lot of money, a lot of will and desire, and strong capabilities. And so you need really strong capabilities to stay ahead of that and to defend, the banks, the governments, the major enterprises from data theft, data corruption, and stealing of individuals' records and money.